Listening to PM Tonga with John Poole.
Whakatula watu hou e ki pia moe kakai whanua. It's coming up to 20 minutes after 4 p.m. for us here in Tāmaki Makaurau, Aotearoa Nusila. Koe tau polokalama PMN Tongaini. Hou e ki pia moe ka inga koe whangamaari e koe ni o ko whiawhia maupe I he maue whangamaari e ke taua tala noa I he whangamaari e ke kaumai ai a Sione Tu'itahi I he polokalama. And right now he has just returned from a special trip overseas. This was the first WHO Traditional Medicine Global Summit, which took place in India. And Sione Tu'itahi was one of 11 advisors from around the world who attended, and of course, the only Tongan, I'm presuming, and he joins us right now. Sione, ma'aloe tau mau e whiawhini.
Ia malole, John malo whaingawe, and malole to our listeners.
Always grateful to have you on our polokalama, Sione. You hold so much knowledge and wisdom, of course, because you were part of this very special meeting. Please tell us more about this international meeting with the WHO.
Yes, as you rightly said, John, this is the first World Health Organization Summit on Traditional Medicine. And it's a very timely move on the part of WHO, but also the co-leadership of the government of India. And this is because of the 194 members of WHO, that is states, including Tonga, 170 are still using traditional medicine. Yeah, but not including Tonga, Aotearoa, New Zealand, of course, but not all of them have got their traditional medicine system onto the global level as an official part of our health knowledge system, our healing, and our medical system.
Cool, yeah.
It is still a long way to go, but it's very timely that WHO has decided to up the play to another level and try to bring together all the diverse systems for two reasons. One is the well-being of humanity, and the second one is planetary health, the well-being of our one and only home, planet Earth. And that is why I was invited to go along. It's because of my planetary health professional experience and, of course, indigenous knowledge. And being the executive director of the Health Promotion Forum of New Zealand, and of course the president of the International Union for Health Promotion and Education, I was invited to be among expert advisors across the world.
That's fantastic.
So it's an honor.
Ko ia, and congratulations, Sione Malo, pito hono whakafofonga I Aotearoa pia mo Pasifiki foki. But when we talk traditional medicine, ka taki pe Sione, give us an idea, koe ngahi whakatata koe ne ngahi traditional medicines, ai koe ngahi whaito whakatonga, and also our, traditional ngahi whaito me ngahi whanua Pasifiki?
Yes, exactly. Here in Aotearoa, it's called rongoa. So it's herbs, it's plants, it's bark of trees. It's also, massaging and bone setting. There's also a spiritual dimension. Karakia is used in the case of Aotearoa, very similar to our case in Tonga. Our whaito o whakatonga, or traditional Tongan medicine, includes, herbs and other such, elements that you bring from Mother Nature. In fact, 40% of our conventional medicine, that is Western medicine, is actually extracted from nature, from plants, trees, animals, and so on, so forth. And in the case of Tonga, our traditional medicine are extracted from the same resources, which means, planetary health means healthy herbs, healthy vegetation, healthy nature, to supply continuously our resources. And so the idea is to provide a platform where experts across the world and policymakers, lawmakers, of course, senior leaders of WHO, heads of governments will come, heads meaning ministers of health, to come together and explore the interface, the coming together of these very diverse systems, John. There will be challenges ahead, and when we talk, because these various systems are based on different philosophical underpinnings, different sets of beliefs, different ways of practicing. So how to reach a common core body of agreement, to make sure that it's based on evidence, scientific evidence. In short, that it works, it heals,
Cool.
and then to distinguish the ones that are working and the ones that are not, but also to agree on what are the methods, how we reach that. And as you can see, as I said earlier, it's very diverse. It means lots of conversations, lots of testing, lots of hard work. But that's the aim is for us to work together, on a global framework where there might be some agreement. And then we apply all the knowledge systems in health, in this case, for the well-being of humanity and the well-being of our planet. So that the pressure of the collapsing of our environment, is one of the major reasons for this decision by the WHO, but also thanks to the leadership of India to come together. The trip to India gave me an opportunity to have a glimpse into the systems in India. Basically, it's two major systems, the so-called Western system, and of course, the Indian traditional system. And both are strong, both are practiced, and both are taught from up to university level. And you have to qualify in order to practice either the Indian medical system or, on the other hand, the Western system. You cannot cross from one side to another. You have to qualify in both if you want to. So that's how complex India is. Very similar to China, for that matter. We heard of yoga from India, we heard of acupuncture from China. So this time, our human family are coming together to put our act together for our well-being. And in the Pacific, John, although we practice, as I said earlier, traditional medicine, the majority of the 20-plus members of nations in the Pacific, especially the small island nations, we still have a long way to go to acknowledge that our indigenous knowledge is equally as good, and it's about time for us not to look down on our own knowledge system, the wisdom of our ancestors. It's about time to acknowledge its efficacy, but it's about how we have methods that will test its efficacy and all of that. So that's, in a nutshell, the aim of the meeting. So it's a process. There are a follow-up work after the summit, and our term as the advisory group is a one-year term. And so we have until April, May next year to look at the reports post summit and do a bit more work behind the scene and work together.
This is really fascinating stuff, Sione. Mahuinga befoki ai ngau e whakataha, especially when it comes to health, but also when we're looking at nature, tawakaiki natula, we also have to use, but also look after her as well, our planet. Was there anything from the Pacific, iho o wakai, that could be potentially something that could be offered to the rest of the other members or other nations?
Yeah, we have our herbs and our plants that we know they have medicinal values, and herbs and plants that have been used for thousands of years by many of our traditional healers. My grandmother, for instance, was a wonderful and great traditional healer, and many people in Tonga, they know of her because of, among other things, she was a bone setter, whaitoa whasi, Sione.
Wow.
Pea koe ai, ke uhinga pea koe tau kai ngā tonga. Koe whakatahanga ni Sione ke wakai e ngahi ilo tu whonua. Ke aha whonga ke lava o whakakau ki he ngā hei whonga whaitoa koe ni ai pālangi pea koe wesite. Kau pau ke siwi ke whakapapau mao e mooni, pea ki tuku ki tawha ake mea o kai ke mooni. Koe tau ilo koe ang maho inga, me he whai to'o whasi ki he lo a kau mga he mea behe, hange koe nonu mga he mea behe. Pea, nei hu mai whoke whai to'o a kau pārangi he me tau e o ngeau ko si, o te ke i e tau ilo tu whonua. Ka ke mana tu i Sione, koe ki i ka pau koe tau ilo whai to'o hange be koe tau ilo tu whonua whakatoa koe futohi ka kato e taha. Koe ilo whakapārang kon dong ulah ngā ke te mini, koe ki wahi si pe e taha i he futohi matolu ange. Pe hange ko ulawe koe le e whakapārang. Ki India, lau a whei tau, ai nau whai natu e nau whai tō he whonga pe koe nau tolu. Pe ang mālohi au pito i. Pe ku whakamālo he puranga India he nau i e whakataha, pe a mō whakotu e ngā koe ni, ngā whakataha mo e puranga whakataha. ke lava ke omang ilo tu fonua ngai fonua ka be ke tokoni ke winga la hewa ko mo ile re para ni te mo ile re tau tolu fa hinga tangata pe ko fa nga mari e tau tolu tonga ne ngo ko nga we la e fa na go si ka dano no be ke minista mo yo tonga ki sai ka ke fa ta na ma ki fe la ke tonga tem no e ko le ke tau mana go si tau bo we ke fa ki nga we ke fa fitu ta ki tonga pe fo ki no silani pe pe ke pasifiki fa ka to ke nau kau ke tau kau i fa nga mari e ko ni ke he ko te whake tahau kai mono maho inga whakapaanga siane ka whakatau e whai tō hiri no siwi mahino ia koe tō ni ki tunga whae koroa ngai whanua koroa pe.
Well, very interesting time. Pea whakamalo atu ki a koe Sione I hono omi ai o ngongo ko ia ke mea I hou e ki pea lau ilo ke eka kai whanua I he whiawhini. And congratulations again I he ngawe lelei o ke lava wholawa tau ki tō pure anga ki India. Pea ke toi whoki lelei mo hao mai ki ho tau whanua ki Aotearoa. Ofalahi atu ki a koe and please come back for more I he ka hao wawe mai pe mo ngahi tānaki and other developments ai me ani. Ofalahi atu.
Ia, malo John, o whalaheat, malo e whae ngau, mai mai pe ngā mārie, malo o whātu.
O whātu.